Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, Research Stadium, home to the Beavers, and you better get used to the sound of chainsaws as the fans here have been ready for this clash since early this morning. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the San Diego State Aztecs taking on the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Aztecs will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down.
And your Oregon State Beavers will take over 1st and 10.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Shadow of the goalpost looming, 1st and 10 from their own 1, just looking for breathing room. He's going to throw it from his own end zone, using the quick game. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Soften him up with a run, now to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Scanning the field, it's McCoy. Makes his connection. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. The Beavers look to keep this drive humming. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Trying play action. Moving away from pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
To the air on 1st down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. He's going to pass. Hit as he throws. Hauls it in. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. It's complete to the right.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to football?
This offense has a 2nd down play. Back to throw, it's McCoy. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are. And they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Leaves it with the running back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here's the handoff. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Touch pass on the run. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
On the run, it's Sutton. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Aztecs will punt this one away. Fair catch called for and made. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives.
And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Diego State.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one.
Oregon State, 0.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
Now on 2nd down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking for the end zone. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
The bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, and you could tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the first down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the first down.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires left. He's got it, and they convert. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Dropping back, it's McCoy. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Second down coming up. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He's taking the shot. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Trying to get to him. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Wants to throw. It's McCoy. He slings it deep to the left. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. And after making the interception, a terrific return to put his offense in great field position at the 42. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Inside the 30. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown Aztecs! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going downfield for the big play. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And Reese, listen, we already know. He already threw the interception in the last drive. We got to get this together. This is a couple bad plays that we put together now. If I'm an OC, I'm going to make this simple. Maybe I run the football. Maybe I get him a screen. Something easy maybe to get him a little bit back in a rhythm.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
14, Oregon State, 7.
And the Beavers will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you all...
Hit the afterburners, kid. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, San Diego State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Number 29.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely over.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Looking for a man. It's McCoy. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Not a big window, and that throw was money, and they've got it at the 30.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Moving out of the pocket. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Moves around to clear up the vision. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Akron overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from InfoCision Stadium, these Zips got to be thrilled with this result. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. From the gun, running back on the move. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw on 3rd. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The give and the run on 4th down. All kinds of room to the right. The 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Aztecs!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. He's right on target. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. The play action fake. Extending the play. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Beavers line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He gets a block. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, San Diego State! He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're lining up to boot it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down to start the drive after the break. Back to throw, it's McCoy. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Beavers are marching down the field. They'll throw it on first down. They're bringing heat. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And he was fighting with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the first down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security, it still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, palms, forearms, biceps, and chest. Moving forward in this game, got to do a better job because this defense, they're going to be trying to rip the ball free.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense wants to bring the heat. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when they get there. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put 1 minute on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Quickly complete. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And the Aztecs are in the hurry-up. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Quick completion on the out. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's running in the open. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. Past the 25. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He wants to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's McCoy. He's taking a deep shot. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if we can just get him out of a spot.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unleashes one. Finds him out of the backfield. Touchdown, Aztecs! And the beatdown has ensued. On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Dances away. He wants a big play here late. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. One more play to pad the stats. This guy can throw it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that.